Welcome back, truckers, to another episode of the Vancouver Canucks GM Mode series. Private A-Lish is here, and in the last episode, we just finished the re-sign stage and entering free agency. Now, in last episode, I cut short free agency because I had a dilemma. The dilemma was the direction of the Vancouver Canucks, whether we should stick to the rebuild stage or we should progress into the playoff team stage or contending for a playoff spot stage because Jonathan Bernier and Mike Green are available. This is and that kind of shocked me in the last episode because Mike Green usually is not a free agent in the first year. Same with Jonathan Bernier. And also, he doesn't progress to an 89. This is the first time I've seen him progress this high. He usually progresses to 86, and both players re-signed with their respective teams. And I was thinking of signing these two guys in order to become a playoff team next season. But after careful consideration overnight and from a helpful comment in the last episode, I decided not to resign both players. For Mike Green, he is in his prime. Oops, I meant contract. I meant free agency. Yes, here he is. Mike Green is in his prime, 29 years old. Vancouver Canucks is currently in a rebuild stage. He wouldn't sign there. He would have signed with a team contending for a Stanley Cup. Also, we have defensemen in our system who are ready to be, who can become 87 overall or higher, such as Cam Fowler, Adam Glendening, and Lucas Spiza. So those players can become the Mike Green next year. Depends how well they grow. Depends how much they grow after this offseason. Also, we're not signing Jonathan Bernier just because he wants like around like 8 mil for the next 3 years. We gotta bump that salary to 8.5 just so that we could outbid the other teams. Something that I'm not willing to do. Also, in we also have we still have Malcolm in the middle, Subban, who has the potential to become 89 overall in the next 2 or 3 years. Now, the other issue that I want to discuss with you, Chuckers, is the situation with the Sedins. They are both 88 overall, 34 years old, and we have them for the next 3 years with a cap hit of 6.69 mil. They both have their 4 White Star potential, but they will regress next year till the end of their contract to maybe like 82 or 81. Personally, I would love to keep these guys and retire as Canucks, but in my mind, I want these guys to go to a contending team and try to win their first Stanley Cup. I want these guys to win their first Stanley Cup and retire as the Hall of Famers they should be. So guys, my decision is I would love to trade these guys, but to which team? And the teams I'm thinking about trading to them are those that were in last year's playoffs. So let's go to playoff 3. The teams I would like to trade them to are LA, Colorado, Anaheim, Edmonton, St. Louis, Dallas, Minnesota, Nashville, Toronto, Detroit, Ottawa, Florida, Rangers, Columbus, Islanders, and Carolina. And there are also some bubble teams as well, bubble playoff teams as well that didn't make it to the playoffs. And they are, we go to Western first. Chicago, Calgary, San Jose. East, it's Washington, Montreal, Philadelphia, Boston, Tampa Bay, maybe Pittsburgh. Yeah, but those are the teams. So we have options. And I want you guys' opinion on which team we should trade them to and what kind of players we can get for them. So I'll quickly show you what they have. Anaheim has these. Not Arizona, sorry. Boston. Not Buffalo. Oops. Calgary. Carolina. Chicago. Colorado. Columbus. Dallas. Detroit. Edmonton. Florida. The Kings. Minnesota. Montreal. Nashville. New Jersey. Oh, sorry, not New Jersey. Islanders. New York Rangers. Ottawa. Flyers. Pittsburgh. San Jose. St. Louis. Tampa. Toronto. Washington. And those are the teams. So let me know in the comments below which team we should trade them for. But in free agency, I want to fill up certain spots in the team. For example, for instance, I would love to get I would like to get a fourth line center. I would love for left wing, assuming we keep Daniel. We're good in left wing. Daniel Sedin, Burrows, Canucks. Oh yeah, I gotta mention in the last episode, I keep saying his last name wrong. Thank you to the guy in the comments. His last name is actually pronounced Canucks. First time I ever heard of it too. Then anyway, we have Berchi. So we're set in left wings. And if you go to right wings, Kucherov, Verbata. Oh yeah, I was considering trading Verbata, but I'll keep him if Berchi does not become if Berchi is not ready to play second line minutes, and he's more like a third or fourth line. So that's why I'm keeping Verbata for now. Then we have Cassian, Hansen, and Jensen. To be honest, I would like to get another fourth line right wing to replace Yannick Hansen, just because he's 80 overall, which is not that great. He's more like a guy you play for depth when you have injuries. And he's difficult to trade just because no one wants that 2.34 million salary for the next 3 years. I've tried it before, and they ain't liking that contract length. Defense, we're okay. And oops, why did I back out? And for goalies, we're gonna run with Edilak and Malcolm Subban. Now, before we go to sign those players we need, I will be first. Let's trade away Jacob Marks because he does not have a position in our team right now. And let's trade him to a team that wants him. So Winnipeg wants him. Let's see. No, they already have Michael Hutchinson. I want to trade him to a team that really needs a backup. Washington, no. Toronto. Yes, Toronto makes sense because he just lost James Reimer. I mean, not James Reimer. I mean, Jonathan Bernier to free agency. Let's give them a backup. So 2 seconds and a third. Ooh. No, the second is too big. The second has way more value than Jacob Markson, so we'll get the third from there. A third, maybe a fourth. Actually, do you have any players that I want? No, we already have depth defensemen. We'll try the second. See what happens. Will this go through? Yeah, the value is way too high for the second. So let's keep moving. And let's see, find other teams that are a lower value, where their second round pick has the same value as Jacob Markstrom. Let's go to goalies here for Tampa. No. St. Louis? No. San Jose? No. Pittsburgh? No. Philly? No. Ottawa? No. Rangers? No. Islanders? Oh wow, they paid 8 mil for two goalies. New Jersey? Yes, New Jersey makes sense. Are you willing to give up a pick? They're not willing to give up the second though. So not New Jersey. Nashville. I think that won't go through. Do you have one for next year? No, they won't give up next year. Let's see here. Florida. Oh, we could trade it back to Florida, but they don't want to give up one of their picks. Edmonton. No, they're not interested in. Detroit. But they already have this Peter Marzek. This guy in their system. So there's no reason for them. And he has a better overall potential too for yellow. So let's go to Boston wants him for the third, I guess. Do you have any prospects we could pick up? No one really in particular. Because I think they're the same as the third though. So we could bring up a prospect back. Oh, don't mind that. That's my headset cord falling off the table. Sixth round. You know what? I think I want to get a right wing. This guy? Sniper too. Ooh, we got it in 7th round. Not bad. I feel we should get. Well, yeah, we'll pick up this guy. Remove the third. And pick up just a right wing prospect. Now will this go through? There we go. Thank you for your time, Jacob Markstrom. So we got another right wing prospect in the system. It's not bad. So anyway, let's go to free agency and see who's available for centers. So Steve Ott, Jared Stoll, Mikhail Grabovski, Marcel Gotch, Lokyanov, Campbell, White, and Hansus are your best centers available. Oh yeah, I'll be with the UFA. There you go. Let's see here. To be honest, I think we should pick up. Now, Steve Ott is the best one, but the thing I don't like about it is that there's 4 teams that want him, but also his discipline is 63, which is something I'm not a fan of, just because he's going to be taking penalties a lot, and then if we put him in the PK, he's going to take a lot of 5-on-3 penalties, which is something I don't want for the team. Jared Stoll has the better discipline, but he's a bit older at 33. And we have Marcel Gutch and Gregor Campbell who have cheaper deals or want less money than Jared Stoll. And they're younger, so we could pick up these guys up for the 4th line. I think I'm just gonna pick up Gregory Campbell, just because he's not asking too much, and no teams are interested in him. Also, his defense ain't that bad for a center. Anyway, let's get to right wing. We have Joe Ward. We're not picking Ward just because he's 34 and he wants to play for a contender. Plus, he's asking quite a bit though, 3.275 for the next 2 years. I'm afraid he might drop. Lee Stepniak, 32 years old, but his contract is really good. It's really low. The problem is that potential though. Those 3 white stars. Because he wants 3 years, I'm afraid he might drop off. That's what I don't like. So just looking at the list, I think I want to pick up Eric Furr just because he's younger than Lee Stepniak, And he still has his 3.5 White Star potential, so he won't drop that much. So let's pick him up. Let's see for the fourth line. Yeah, we'll give him that. Defenseman, we're good. Goalies, I think we're good. I think for now, I would love to find a goalie for my AHL squad. So let's go. Let's sort by two-way forwards. I mean, who wants a two-way contract? And the best one is Jeremy Smith, 26 years old, but he has 3.5 potential. So he might grow. So let's pick him up for 2 years. And let's pick up. Let's see if there's anyone with potential. A lot of 3.5 red. This Brendan Burke guy, we could pick him up. He could be the backup to Jeremy Smith. All right, let's give you a 600,000 two-way deal. There you go. Now let's go back up. Let's back out and let's go to contracts and figure out who's available, what we need for our AHL squad. So let's go for defenseman first. And we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need two more What did I back out? Two more AHL defensemen. If we go to right wings, we have 1, 2, 3. I would like to get one more. Right wing, left wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're good. For left wing centers, 1, 2. So these guys are just going to play in the CHL. So we need two centers, one right winger, and two defensemen. So let's go to free agency again. Go to two-way. Go to defenseman. Let's pick up. Actually, let's just go to UFA. It's much better. Oh, sorry. I got a scratch in my ear. Sorry about that sound. So let's pick up Mike Koska. Let's give him for 1 year at 805. And let us pick up Yannick Workman again. Wait, Koska's right. Yeah. Let's pick up a left winger. Left-handed defenseman. Brian Whitney for 1 year at 820 mil. 0.820 mil, sorry. Go. Let's go to right wings. Let's pick up Setaguchi for 1 year at 8.45. Perfect. Let's go at centers. Trevor Smith. Let's see who's a good. Let's bring up. Oh, this guy has a potential. Let's bring up Freddie Hamilton for 2 years, yes. And one more player with potential. Let's pick up. James Wright. You know what? Let's just pick up this Cody Almond guy for 2 years. There we go. Let's simulate. Oops. Simulate a day. Let's see who's joining our team. All right. They're taking their sweet ass time. Let's see. Come on, guys. You know we want to join the Vancouver Canucks. There we go. Greg Campbell joining us. Fair, Setaguchi, Koska, Hamilton. What? Oh, I have full roster. Okay. Oh well. It's okay. Now let's see. I would like to simulate a few more days just to figure out where Mike Green and Jonathan Bernier go now. Oh! Looks like they got signed. Looks like signed too. Let's see. Winnipeg signed So Jonathan Bernier went to Winnipeg, and where did Mike Green go? Mike Green went to Colorado. Ooh, that's not a bad trade. Not a bad signing for Colorado because they need more defensive depth. But the Bernier one is interesting. So let's go to Winnipeg and see who they have. They have Jonathan Bernier, Palak, Hutchinson. That's over 10 mil on goalies. And they have this back. They got Michael Hutchinson for cheap still. Ooh, that's quite expensive. Looks like I got paid some buyout too. Now let's see. Let's go to Colorado and see their lineup. So Mike Green, Tyson Berry, Eric Johnson. Not a bad defensive corp too. So anyway, I think we'll wrap free agency for now. And I would like to hear your guys' opinion for what we can get for the Deans. Or whether we should trade him or should we keep him. Until then, this is Private A Licious signing off.